Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and welcome to Magic Kingdom for an in-park news update about what's been happening at our home away from home. I've been at the Disney World parks documenting, analyzing, and yes, speculating about all the construction projects that are either underway or that are about to be, and specifically Magic Kingdom's Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Now, I gotta be honest, if this was a normal refurb of Big Thunder, I wouldn't bother. But what's happening at that ride as we speak isn't just changing this classic Magic Kingdom attraction literally forever, but it is the first step in Disney World's overhaul of Frontierland, the replacement of Rivers of America for 2 new Cars attractions, and of course, Villains Land. So this construction is worth paying attention to because what they're doing and where is telling us more about these huge changes coming to the park. So come along with me to Magic Kingdom to check out what's happening from multiple perspectives and why there was a flying dumpster over the park. And no, I'm not making that up. I'm also checking in on the mystery of the missing Frontierland signs, saying goodbye to my favorite Frontierland secret, checking in on the Hall of Presidents and what it was like on Inauguration Day, and giving an update on Adventureland's Pirates of the Caribbean Lounge and a few other corners of the Magic Kingdom. But first, I gotta stop off for some Starbucks, as is my custom. Some people rope drop Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, I rope drop coffee on Main Street, USA. Coffee has been acquired and we're now at the transition between Liberty Square and Frontierland, and notice the Frontierland sign is still missing by that DVC booth. In fact, the entire booth is boarded off and behind construction walls for the new DVC lounge opening summer 2025 called McKim's Mile House. I have to admit, I really like this font on the construction walls. I have to wonder if this is what we're going to see on the other side of the Frontierland street when Rivers of America construction begins. Also, I am visiting my favorite Frontierland secret. I've talked about this before. It's a little water feature meant to represent the Mississippi River. It's a mini Mississippi River, and it flows under this pathway as marked by those boards and empties into the Rivers of America. I love this geographical accuracy showing the separation between Liberty Square and Frontierland, east and west, and it's probably going away with Rivers of America. Also, because of the permits that were filed for the Frontierland trading post, I checked it out, not seeing anything just yet. While we have other things to see in other corners of the park besides Frontierland, we gotta get to the main event, which is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Big Thunder closed to guests on January 6th, and guys, Disney has wasted no time on adjusting this coaster for their future plans. And I'm gonna show you more of that, but first, I gotta spotlight this poster. In case you don't know, Barnabas T. Bullion is a member of SEA, which is Society of Explorers and Adventurers. He also looks suspiciously like Imagineer Tony Baxter, who created Big Thunder Mountain Railroad and Splash Mountain. So we're calling out to him here, and love a little joke there with "you be patient." As you can see, Imagineers are working right at the entrance to the covered queue, but this is what caught my eye and a lot of guests who were in this area with me. The massive crane was moving this large object all over the sky above this corner of Frontierland, and yes, it appears it was a dumpster. For some, this may be a sign, some foreshadowing perhaps, depending on how you feel about the Magic Kingdom's upcoming slate of projects. But for me, this is definitely a first, something I did not expect to see first thing in the morning at Magic Kingdom. Just what they were using the dumpster for and how much has been removed, hang with me, that'll be coming up. I also want to point out that Nugget Way, which is the path and viewing area for Big Thunder, is also behind walls and boasting those closed signs. I honestly think it's closed not just to keep guests from seeing construction, but because it has something to do with the future pathway into Villains Land. I'm working on a whole thing about that and a whole video and how Magic Kingdom's crowd flow is set to change, so stay tuned for that. From here, I'm taking the boardwalk path along the rivers of America to the Liberty Bell Riverboat. While it's true that this attraction's days are numbered and my chances to do this are few, the riverboat also offers the best views of Big Thunder's construction, as you will see, as well as an idea of the acreage Magic Kingdom is gaining for its new Cars attractions and Villains Land. Despite being behind construction walls, Big Thunder's Nugget Way still appears to be intact at this point. That all is going to change though once we get a little bit further around the mountain. Here you can see just what the Imagineers and construction workers have been doing. A lot of track has been torn up and completely removed. There's a lot of scaffolding, including some set up underneath that track that goes right by the water, suggesting the supports under those tracks will be removed as well. And while I'm sure permits are going to tell us a lot more, I confess I'm no engineer, my theory is that there needs to be a path in this direction where that track used to be going around the mountain and over the water, and for possibly draining the rivers of America and later to build an entryway into Villains Land. Also, inside this cavern, you can see the track is gone from there as well, and if you look closely, the missing rails have been marked with boards simply reading "hole." This is all really strange to see for sure, but the strangest thing of all in my book, the water effects are still running. All of this demolition is likely why that dumpster was flying all around Big Thunder the morning I recorded this, and clearly Imagineers and construction workers have a lot of work on their hands clearing out all of the rubble. I also wanted to note that just a few days before I was at Magic Kingdom, other Disney Park reporters had noted that a number of props and exterior details had been tagged for removal as well. But it is amazing to see from this vantage point on the riverboat just how much work has been done and how much work is being done. Over in the heart of Liberty Square, this was recorded the morning of Inauguration Day, where Hall of Presidents did not open with Magic Kingdom, but began its scheduled closure to make way for the newly elected President Trump. I know there have been rumors about Hall of Presidents, I've talked about them, and Disney seemingly dismissed them in an announcement a few weeks or months prior, suggesting the Trump animatronic will be front and center when the show reopens later this year. Whether Disney decided to change its rumored plans everyone was talking about, which sometimes does happen, or something else is still in the works, is something I'm investigating. But I will note, The sign that's out front is not the normal sign Disney puts out when Hall of Presidents closes for a new president. Is that intentional? Is that an oversight? Time will tell, and I will definitely be watching this space and the rest of Liberty Square for any possible changes or additions. Lastly, quick check-in over at Adventureland, where very little visible progress can be seen on the new Pirates of the Caribbean Lounge, which is still currently slated for a late 2025 opening. And notice the mystery continues as the Frontierland sign in this part of the park is also still MIA. Why? We still don't know. To finish up the day, I took a quick drive-by through Tomorrowland to check out the closure of Astro Orbiter. As you can see, even though it's just a refurb, Disney has dismantled and removed a number of elements on that attraction and has continued to do so in recent days. My main concern, though, was how was this construction and the construction walls affecting the entrance and exit to the People Mover, because that's my personal priority in Tomorrowland. And thankfully, not too much. Everything is working smoothly through there. And because this just amuses me, I have to point out the quotes that Disney chooses for the construction walls, and I really appreciated these in Tomorrowland. So there you go. That's an in-park news roundup involving dumpsters, holes in the ground, a suspicious Hall of Presidents closing sign, and an ongoing mystery concerning the future of Frontierland. In short, things are happening, and if you like today's video, if you like this style of news video, please give this a like and let me know in the comments. And if you love Disney park news and analysis but with a bit of a different spin, please consider subscribing to the channel. After all, what I showed you today is just what's happening at one park. There is so much more going on around Walt Disney World as well as Disneyland and Disney Cruise Line these days. And it's going to be a crazy news-filled year, and I'd love to have you along. But regardless, thank you for walking around the Magic Kingdom with me today, and I hope you have a magical day.